Yo, what's up? Welcome back to Table of Entrepreneurs. Today I'm going to be talking to you guys about businesses that you can start from home. I wrote down a good list of them. So go ahead and get your notepads out, get your pens, right? Get your phones, get whatever you need, and jot some of this down. So first things first, one of the things you can do, man, you can write a book, right? It's actually not as complicated as you think. There's a bunch of different editorial processes out there. There's a bunch of editorial softwares that's out there. I would say just start by getting the book down. Once you get the book written, you can worry about like revamping it, rewording it, you know what I'm saying, and making sure everything flows grammatically correct. Another thing is YouTube, right? As you guys will see, obviously, if you're watching this video, you're seeing it on YouTube. YouTube is another great source of a business that you can start from home. You can create online courses, right? Let's say that, you have some type of job or skill or something that that other people may be interested in, right? People would be willing to learn from you and educate themselves on whatever the category or subject that you may be teaching, if it's something that they're interested in. So you can start online courses for that. You become a blogger, right? There's a bunch of different blogging sites out there. You can create a blog and, come up with your own niche, come up with your own thing that you want to talk about, something that you want to discuss, from, news to, I don't know, whatever it is that you're interested in, right? I just want to drop a couple of things for you guys in case you haven't thought about this stuff and help you think a little bit outside of the box. Additionally, you can start a podcast, right? A podcast is somewhat like YouTube, except for, it's more audio. There are visual podcasts and stuff like that as well, but podcast is another business that you can start from home. And podcast is right now like taking off crazy, man. Podcast is riding. You can also read books for audiobook, right? You can get your voice on these books, right? Send in a request and let them hear you. And if they, approve of your voice and everything like that, the flow of your reading, you can literally get paid for reading audiobooks. You can do freelance. When I say freelance, what you can do is you can go put yourself on Upwork, which is one of the biggest freelancing sites on the web. You can also do project for hire. Project for hire, let's say I got a skill, right? I know how to lay concrete, right? I know how to put up screen porch. I know how to paint, whatever like skill that you have that you can do, right? I know how to put up shelves or whatever the case may be. Like, you can do project for hire for that. Get yourself out there, right? Like I said, on Upwork is another website that you can go to kind of do that. But get yourself out there, do project for hire. Photography, you can do photography, man. People love taking pictures of their baby. People love taking pictures of themselves. People love capturing moments that are important to them, from relationships to cars to anything that they really enjoy and that they're passionate about. You can be a web designer. So if there's some of you all out there that's watching this video and you know how to build websites, right? You know how to enhance a website, right? By thinking about the viewers and putting audio and, the flow of what a website should be. If you have that skill, you can do that. A musical engineer, right? A producer, there's so many, I'm telling you, man, there's so many businesses and things that you could do in the world of entrepreneurship on your own from your house. Videography, right? I talked about how people like photography. People also love videography. I won't say one is better than the other, but I will say that they go hand in hand, right? People want to also visually see themselves like in action, right? The way they talk, the way they move, to be able to refeel that moment. Pictures can take it so far, videos can take it the rest of the way. You can do tutoring. Let's say you have a really good skill in math and English and history and, economics and finance or whatever it is. You can tutor other people in that same genre. E-commerce, man. Listen, kind of talked about this a little bit before, but like, the world of e-commerce is huge, man. There's so many different things that you can do when it comes to e-commerce, right? From Shopify to GoDaddy. I mean, it's so many things. Just Google e-commerce, look up a site, right? You can start your blog on an e-commerce site, right? You could put your own business about photography, any of these other things that you're doing to work from home. You can create a website through e-commerce for that. Resale. So let's say, you're one of those type of people that like to go to yard sales, which I have seen this before. right? You go to yard sales, you get great deals on good products at yard sales, then you turn around, then you post those things up for sale either on eBay, on some type of online shopping site or whatever the case may be, and that's a way for you to generate money as well. Sewing, if you're really into sewing, people like custom patches. When I went to Daytona Bike Week a couple of years ago, my wife and I bought some motorcycle jackets, and we went out and bought a bunch of little bit of patches. And we had to get somebody to sew it on. So that's a business in which you can make money as well. Dog breeding, cat breeding, right? People love pets. Bird breeding, ferret breeding. You know what I'm saying? Like, figure out what you need to do in that realm and then enhance that. Carpentry is another thing that you can get into, right? Welding, landscape, candle making, canvas painting, right? We've bought literally custom canvas painting when we were out in California from a young lady, man, and we still have that painting now, and that's been over 5-6 years. Scrapbooking. A lot of people like to take their photos and put them in a collage in a scrapbook, right? That's something that you could charge for. Floral arrangements. People love flowers, weddings, proms, all these other things. So if you're really good with like flowers, you got that green thumb, you know how to put things together, man, that could be something that you could do. T-shirt printing. I talked about this before in one of the earlier videos on starting the business and flipping and making money pretty good. You can also do what's called print on demand if you want to get into t-shirt printing and stuff like that. Or if you would rather do t-shirt printing on your own from your house, then what you can do is you can go out, you can buy yourself a Cricut. I got one sitting up here. You guys can't see it, but we have a Cricut. And then literally you could just press on whatever you need on the t-shirts and stuff like that and go from there. App developer. There's a bunch of you guys that are out there that are probably watching these YouTube channels. Man, you guys got phenomenal brains when it comes to tech, right? And if you know how to code, you know how to build these different apps, you can make money off of that. I met a couple guys over the past couple of years who developed some apps and we're having residual income from that. Meditation instructor, right? These are some things I think, like, sometimes some things that are so simple we don't really put much thought into it, but these are also ways that you could be making money. Hairstylist, right? Let's say you grew up knowing how to do hair, braiding your own hair, plaiting or whatever different things, dyeing hair, perming hair, whatever it is, straightening hair, right? Barber, you know how to cut fades, cut hair up, you know what I'm saying? That's something that you could do. You can start, an in-home barbershop if that's something you want to do. If you got a shed outside at the back of your house, if you want to do that, right? There's so many different ways you can do it. Makeup artist, right? Let's say you're really good at makeup, right? Sometimes I would say challenge yourself, man. Put yourself outside of your comfort zone and you'll be amazed at how far you can go and the way things will turn out for you. And that's just a couple, right? I probably named off a good 32 different ideas that you can do if you're interested in getting into the world of entrepreneurship. Now, and even in doing this, right, you could be an entrepreneur and still have a full-time job. Let me specify that, right? You can be a full-time employee, right, have a full-time job and still be an entrepreneur at the same time, right? As long as you know how to balance that, that's up to you, right? As long as you know how to balance it, it's up to you. You don't have to put limitations on yourself, right? You can even be, have your full-time job, start your own business, and have somebody else running that, have somebody else managing that, and you're still getting residual income from that as well. So, hey, listen, I appreciate you guys for stopping by, watching these videos, man. As always, I appreciate you. Over here at Table of Entrepreneurs, we're breaking all limitations, right? Not only do you have a seat at the table, but the table is yours. Until next time.